Hello, Aunt Demon. Congrats on being first. How are you doing? I hope you don't have work. Hi, Maddie. Damn, you just missed it.
Getting first instead of running the D&D session I'm supposed to be running.
Iconic.
Still beat Medi.
Well. Tell your players that I say hi. Their real-life best friend. And how could they leave me out of their D&D session? How could they? Hello, Maddie. I hope you're doing well. I hope work is treating you adequately.
Tell your players their DM cares more about beating an internet stranger than them. It is.
Yay! I'm very, very glad to hear. But yeah. The boy's sleepy. The boy's a little flared up. That's okay. We're gonna persevere. Because... Hey Flair! How are you doing? Good to see you!
At Medideskia they already know.
Can you imagine if you were in the middle of like a really emotional scene where you're role-playing your absolute ass off and then your DM goes, hang on, I need to go keep up my watch straight for a cat girl. Screaming, crying, throwing up.
Hi, I got sucked into ad land.
But yeah, we are gonna be, what's the word? We're gonna be going through some story quests and some world quests and all kinds of stuff. Really excited about, the Temple of Space, because apparently our twin has a coffin in there.
OMG Basil, I have my first driving lesson in the morning.
Hey, congrats on driving lesson. Let's go. But yeah, I don't know. Apparently our fucking twin has a coffin in there. So that's great.
Yeah, coffin time.
Coffin time. But before that,
it's not really a coffin?
Oh, okay. Okay. Good.
AM back from Ad Hollow.
Hello. But yeah, I don't know. My
More
kinda...
of a museum exhibit case.
Okay.
Love the eyes.
But yeah, because I did when I was... Thank you! But yeah, when I was spitballing all of my ideas from all of my speculations, I should say, none of them are really concrete ideas. But if you can bear skimming them in the Genshin channel, my Discord, it could be a fun read. It could also be torturous. I don't know. Depends. But one of my speculations, Gaia! Sorry. One of my speculations was that Asmodee is the one who, it is said that the Conrian mages... Yeah. It is said that the Conrian mages, like, summoned our twin. And so my wild guess was that Asmodee was like, yeah, fuck it. Oh, you're right, I should take ibuprofen. Because she, I mean, she's the goddess of space, and so surely she can, you know, zap him on out of his hibernation chamber or something.
I think there's something that lines up with that, and that's my belief as well, actually.
Yes! Okay, I'm really glad, because I came up with that idea based off of absolutely nothing, and that makes my ego fucking gigantic. Okay. But yeah, I think that, so for people who...
Based.
So yeah, we know our twin was summoned by Conria mages, showed up with no memories. Because of how we got briefly sealed away by Asmodee, when we fucking woke up, spawned in the Mondstadt Wilderness, our memories were fuzzy. They weren't gone, but they were kind of messed up. And they were kind of messed up.
Also, just there's not many other beings that can just teleport someone like that.
Because yeah, even when words. Anyway, but yeah, we know that when we spawned after being sealed by Asmodee, our memories were messed up, and our powers were also partially sealed away, and we're still regaining them. So yeah, my guess. And also, I got myself into a tizzy yesterday because I was thinking through how, people who've been listening to my previous streams, I have come to adjust the language I was using to discuss my feelings on time travel and Genshin. Before, I was saying that we don't see any physical changes, but that's not really accurate. So the better way that I found to describe it is that any of the changes that we do see do not entail a timeline, like a timeline's diverging and splitting off, and they do not entail jumping between timelines or abandoning one over the other. The closest thing we see to that is the Ruka paradox, but again, there's not one timeline where Ruka exists and one timeline where Ruka doesn't. The only timeline that exists, quote-unquote physically, is a timeline where Rukkhadevata existed and then got erased, and then Irminsul hallucinated the previous X number of years in order to fill in those gaps, right? But regardless of Irminsul's bullshit, we as the player and also the traveler know that she physically existed in this timeline, in this reality. But anyway, so I got into a tizzy because every example of like time manipulation we see does not entail any sort of split timeline or jumping timelines, except for the fact that Hoyo has stated that Lumine and Ether are both equally canon as the Traveler. And so now my guess is that they are, but it also has been established that, as far as a lot of the world knows, the twins are pretty interchangeable, right? Not only do both travelers describe their twin as being like more cheerful, or different qualities than them, but they use the same words to describe each other. But it's a golden-haired traveler. It's not that in Lumine Saves they say a traveler with cropped golden hair, and then in Ethers they say a traveler with a golden braid. They just say a golden-haired traveler. And even with the Abyss twin, they do say...
Janie had a thought that the gun Ether in the Snay teaser was a version of Ether that's the Abyss sibling, aka showing another cycle.
Ooh, okay, right. And then there's they say the Abyss Prince or the Abyss Princess, but they're also just called the Savior. They have other titles that are not, gender specific. And so I was thinking that it is possible that, what are the words? Like, it is possible that there are two separate timelines that have been manufactured by Asmodee, probably with a little help from Istaroth, although space, similar to life and death, space and time are a little bit difficult to separate, right? So it is possible that Asmodee, using space powers, has managed to split things into two different identical spaces. I'm wondering if as I explore the Temple of Space, I'm going to see any vague indication of that. Probably not, being honest, but like it'd be cool. Because I mean, then how would she ensure that the timelines go the same ways that they have, right? It is possible that there are only two entirely divergent timelines of that kind, and then within those two majorly diverged timelines, things pretty much goes the exact same because of how similar the twins are. It is possible that Asmodee manipulated each twin into being the same, but that would make both of them being quote-unquote canon travelers completely pointless. Yeah, I do think that the most likely answer is that, yeah, there are multiple cycles. The problem with that is one line. Hello, River, welcome in. It's so silly. It's so silly of me to get tripped up on this. But when you see your twin for the first time, they tell you that they've done this journey once before. They specifically say once. And if we're going by the idea that the Abyss sibling has gone through our journey once before, right?
I didn't know I was getting a whole lesson.
Yeah, but then that requires minimum 3 cycles, right? It is heavily implied that there are cycles. In the first cycle, Ether was the Traveler and Lumine was the Abyss twin. But then how can Lumine say that she's gone through Ether's journey once? And I would say that she's just referring to her own journey through Teyvat after the Cataclysm, but that just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know. Like, that just doesn't feel right to me. But honestly, that's probably the most likely answer. But then it would be really weird for Lumine, Abyss Twin, Cycle 1, to be referring to her journey post-Cataclysm, and then Ether, Abyss Twin, Cycle 2, to be referring to his adventure as a traveler, and for Lumine to never have an adventure as a traveler, but then how's my account canon, Hoyo? You know? So, yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out, but basically, I would like to come up with a version that fits in with what I have seen so far, in which, again, there aren't actual diverging realities, right? But it's just there's not a way to do that without the twins, unless it's like HSR, where really and truly the only difference is cosmetic. You know? Technically, kind of, not really, but you know what I mean? But the thing is that the twins have journeys before, but I don't know, maybe there's some capacity in which their souls can swap between their bodies. But also, I also have had the thought of so Asmodee being the goddess of space, like, is it somehow possible for her to make copies of people? You know, again, probably with help from Istaroth or from somebody else, or use of the Abyss or something. What if there's two? What if she... I fucking know. But we're gonna... Anyway, let's continue on. But first, we are doing Durin's story quest. Day 3, nothing super important happens today. But we have Klee! Except we're playing a Japanese, so it's Klee! Damn, Kaya! Kaya, how could you do that to my girl? Oh. Hey, you have two Omni elements. You'll be okay. Perfidious machinations of fate. Official, I love you. That's so sad. Oh, hey, Diona. I think. Yeah. Yeah.
No game audio, Basil.
Ah, fuck. Why not? Oh, that's why. I hit the wrong window. There we go. The black cat and his minions. Ooh. Aw, that's really sweet, Diona. Only after dark. I see. No. I don't know if I want to see what Venti dragging Durin on a Teyvat bar hopping trip would look like. Oh, yeah, and then there's also the other thing about how, you know, Venti is like, oh, we meet again. Ah, damn, you don't remember me? Well, meet me at our usual spot. You know, implying that Venti's met us before. So then that implies that there's like a bunch of... There's a bunch of, cycles. But then why would our Abyss twin say, I've been through this once? In that case, if they're referring to their journey post-Conria, that probably means that they're not aware that there are cycles either. The other question is, are there two separate realities in which one's always a traveler and one's always the Abyss twin, or are they in the same reality somehow swapping? And if they're swapping, how? Yeah. Not even the legendary card master from Sumeru? Damn. If there was a god of fate, they could have cut this kid slack.
I've been through this once, and if they get wiped every time they become Traveler again, they would remember more than one cycle maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, our twin must get wiped too. I guess it just, there's so many fan theories about our twin knows about the cycles that I kind of was like, yeah, that makes sense. But actually, no, it does make more sense. And then that fully covers my concerns over that line. Okay, cool. Resolved that. Good. Oh, Clee. But yeah. Okay, so that fully makes sense now. No! Hey, at least you're not in solitary isolation, you're just in normal isolation.
I'm still team this is 4th cycle.
Well, like, 4th cycle of Teyvat, yeah, but, like, number of cycles the twins have personally been through, because, you know, each cycle, or do you mean the 4th cycle of the 4th Teyvatian cycle? And yeah, I think that this is the 4th cycle too. I don't know if I think that this is... So some people think it's the 5th cycle, but I don't really think so. See, we know that there's a dragon area, cycle of Hyperborea, cycle of Atlantis, cycle of Remuria, and then cycle of Kron Aria, which, yeah. Like, I think we are, like, progressing through the 4th cycle. But I don't know... But then, I guess the question is, like, we don't see any evidence of, like, diverging realities in the previous cycles. So then my question becomes, why is the cycle of Kron Aria different? Right? Why is the cycle of Kron Aria... I mean, is it just because the twins are just that fucking goated? I mean, that's sure. But, like, Medi, when you say that, do you mean that some people think we're in a 5th cycle? I don't think that makes sense.
I meant Teyvat as a whole, not the smaller scale Civ cycles.
Oh, Teyvat as a whole. Okay. Could I ask you to explain that? Because I've not heard that one. I don't think. Oh, right, because we always get C4. Right. I mean, we always get C3 in character trials. Yes. People continually refine themselves. Right, Narcissus and Cruz. Yes. Okay. Souls are memories, which are absorbed. Yeah. Right. Right. I remember you told me about that now. Okay.
The 4 cycles you listed are like the Civ cycles that have existed within this one cycle of Tibet.
Yeah. So then if we think, so I guess then...
But Tibet itself is still looping.
Yeah. And then, that makes sense as for... But then, again, it's like, why does...
Probably after Crown Arya ends.
I guess then it's like, why... So, my... I guess then I wonder, then that still makes me wonder, why is Crown Arya special? Because there's no... Or why does it only diverge like that via which twin becomes which role in Crown Arya? I guess then is my question, but we'll find out. But yeah. Although, then again, well, wait. But do we know any... Well, no, that doesn't work either, because in both, regardless of which twin you pick, all the trial characters are always C4. So I was gonna say... But also, I mean... And then, yeah, we do see characters who were born in the Remurian cycle who are always C4 in their trials. So... Yeah.
I'm assuming the Civ cycles are tied to Descenders, and the 4th Descender does something to end the cycle and a 5th does not arrive.
Right. You're so right, because... the... Although I will say, it is also interesting that, it is also really interesting that the Dragon Age is, isolated. Obviously, that's because... Oh, wait. Because if the Dragon Age, then... Right. The Dragon Era is ended by Fanes. Well, wait. Interesting that the Dragon area... Oh, right. No, the Voyager isn't a Descender, though. They're just out there. Right. Dragon Age is ended by Fanes, and then starts the cycle of Hyperborea. Cycle of Hyperborea is ended by Nibelung, and then the cycle of Atlantis
The timing doesn't line up perfectly, I think, but it's just my best guess. ATM.
But I think it actually... Yeah, no, so Fane stops the Dragon Era, starts the cycle of Hyperborea. Nibelung coming back stops the cycle of Hyperborea, starts the cycle of Atlantis. The cycle of Remuria is started by... Ajax, I assume? When did Ajax arrive? There are countless stories of his feats, including discovering Hyperborea. I assume that means the ruins of Hyperborea. Yeah, discovering an ancient kingdom that sank during the War of Funerary Flame. Okay, so that would... Okay. Stranger of Winter's Day was the 3rd Descender. During an unspecified time between the War of Funerary Flame and the Archon War, he was slain by the Heavenly Principles. He lived during an era after the end of the War of Funerary... Wow, that's so specific. Right, he opened the gates. He was punished by the heavenly principles for doing so. Okay. Cycle of Lemuria, Cycle of Lemuria. Yeah, I guess the Cycle of Lemuria is the one I feel the most iffy about. But we also don't know a whole lot about Ajax, and then also, you know, we don't. It's entirely possible that, like,
c2r1 has a different wiki page cause we're not 100% sure he and Ajax are same person.
Yeah, there's just a shit ton of parallels. It's like, do we know when he opens the weird gate thing? You know when he opens Pojola? What is Pojola, for that matter? Pojola is an island in Nod Cry. What? Huh?
Gate to Celestia or Abyss, there is debate.
Oh, the gate was in Pojola. Okay, I was like, wait, what? Okay. The gate from Pojola to either Celestia or the Abyss. Let's think. Oh, you know what? Maybe he opened a gate to the Abyss, which is what set things up for the Cataclysm to happen. Because the Cycle of Kron Aria was... Oh, wait. Okay, so hear me out. What if, rather than the third Descender, like, directly ending a thing, it was just his actions that incited Fanes to do so, right? Because him dying is what, when they made the Gnosis and started the Archon War, what if the Archon War is what starts Kron Aria? So it's a combination of his actions, Fanes' punishment, and blah, 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 blah. What do we think of that? Because then, also, that makes it so every other era is technically... Or it makes it so that two eras are, like, notably started by Fanes, right? One without including the twins, one with including the twins. Wait, no, that's just to start the Cycle of Kron Aria. That doesn't really tell us what starts the Cycle of Lemuria. Hang on. Humanity goes into the firmament, led by Sealies. Human civilizations follow a prescribed plan for language, architecture, and science. The third Descender arrives with forbidden knowledge, convinces humanity to commit mortal arrogation. The Fanes is crippled, the rebellion fails. Conria is founded. The sinners of Conria find Nibelung's body. Celestia sends down a flood that washes away the remains of civilizations. Oh, this is a 2-year-old post. Okay. Because the problem is that they say that they state this time theoretical timeline.
Spelling hard, is theoretically started in my mind by the Traveler becoming a Descender.
Yeah.
With Keniria being the start, this is assumed to be during the Cataclysm.
By the Traveler becoming a Descender. Mm-hmm. I guess then the problem is that places, again, like that point where the twins get swapped, that puts it in the previous Remurian cycle, which then includes, you know, Decorabian, Obarashi, Remus, Barbados, Amun, Morax, or not really Morax, but and like when the Gnosis were created and stuff like that. Like, I do like it starting when the Traveler became a Descender, but I do think that I do, like, story-wise, but I think, like, logistics-wise...
I think that the cycle for the twins does restart before the first Civ cycle.
Uh-huh. Right, because they have memories of each other from previous worlds, but then how can they have a... But the cycles are tied to Tevat, and those are memories from...
They just aren't necessarily involved until Kenria.
Yeah, I guess I just... Like, I think that the cycle for the twins restarts before the first Civ cycle the same way that the cycle of, like, all of Tevat does. But, like, what I mean is, like, the point where which one is, like, chosen, presumably by Asmodee, to be shipped down to Conria is... To me personally, it just organizationally makes more sense to put that, like, at where one of the 4 civilization cycles, like, swaps around. You know what I mean? Just organization-wise. Especially if the higher powers are in on these cycles and are trying to figure shit out. 'Cause... Also... It's also interesting that, yeah, the first 2 Descenders of Gods and the last 2 aren't. Haines and the one who came after. Wait. What? Okay, no, actually, I think this post just isn't quite right. World no longer sheltered by eternity is marching towards its destruction. Yeah, cyclical nature discovered by...
Oh wait, shit, I was looking wrong wiki for fuck ass c2r1.
Oh?
Similar names shot me agent.
Gotcha. Currently no, past history matches the cyclical idea. What's eternity sheltering the world, which is the primordial one, who remade the world after taking it from the dragons. Froze the world in its first cycle by utilizing the 3... What? Oh, what? Okay, this person just doesn't know what they're talking about. Okay. Never mind. Different post. Oh! Right, I forgot. We have that root cycle item, which is one of the keys for the Narcissus Crow's Tower. The innermost cycle is Hyperborea, then Atlantia. Then the third cycle and outermost half circle are the cycles of Remuria and Crown Aria. That's interesting, that the Narcissus Cruise mixes those together. And I guess, yeah, that is because with what we know, it is pretty difficult to figure out where they blend together, or, I mean, where they separate, right? Second root race. The fourth root race is Netlantia. Hyperborea is the second root race. Remuria is the Romarians, the third root race, and Crown Arya corresponds to the Aryans, the fifth root race. Which are not... Oh, but that's in, Theosophy. Okay. All but the first root race of real-life Theosophy are mentioned. But yeah, that's interesting. And they form 3.5 circles also. 3.5, right, because Crown Arya isn't done yet. Hang on, that's stupid. Duh. 3.5 because Crown Arya isn't done. Is there an image of what they look like when they're put together? Yes, there is. Yeah, so we see the 3 moons on the outside. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 little divisions on the inner thingy, and then yeah, we see the half. We see this like little half ring for the Crown Arya cycle. Okay, so that's why they're put onto 2 pieces. I mean, that's why there's 2 arrows on the same piece, is because they're both it's just because it's a half. Okay, and they're not gonna make a whole separate piece for only a half thing. Okay. Or rather, were they saying that when they made... Ooh, what if the assertion is that when they made the root cycle, they believed they were halfway through the... They believed that they were halfway through... They believed that they were halfway through the Crown Arya cycle. Ooh, that's interesting. They believed that they were halfway through when they made it. And Narcissus Cruz was... When? It was after the Cataclysm. Ooh! Huh. So that would put the Cataclysm at the halfway point? So then if the... Because, you know, some people think that Crown Arya started, like, when the 7 Archons were fully put in place 2,000 years ago. Some people think it's when the Eclipse Dynasty, like, took over Conria, because Crown Arya, Conria. If it's the 7 Archons, then... Let's see, 2,000, 1,500. So then that would mean there's like 1,000 years left in the current era. And if we go by when the Eclipse Dynasty came into power... Do we even know when that happened? Conria's Crimson Moon was replaced by Dark Sun likely during the Archon War. Ooh, okay, so that doesn't really change that much. Or it could also mean that they only thought they could predict up to half of the next cycle, or just that only the cycle is only half as long as the other ones. Yeah, it does seem like, but yeah, actually, yeah, no, why am I mixing the twin cycle with the civilization cycles? You're so right. Cataclysm makes way more sense. You're so right. So... Because, yeah, most of the other ones are because of world-shattering events. Nibelung coming in. Nibelung coming in. Or Fame's coming in. Nibelung coming back. Fame's coming in. Nibelung coming back. The destruction of Netlantia. And then the Cataclysm. Yeah, that makes way more sense. That makes way more sense. So... does that mean then that they're asserting... yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that was interesting. We're 40 minutes in the stream. I'll keep going now. Thank you, Kaya. But yeah, you're so right.
I don't really think separating the twin cycle is helpful here.
Yeah.
There's a Tevat cycle. The twin for some reason can remember the last one.
Oh, they can?
That's my assumption with this. I've done this journey before.
Oh, okay. Right, if they can only remember one before. Yes. They can only remember the one immediately before, because... yeah. Again, that still puts me at the point of like, well then... yeah, and we don't see the first cycle, and obviously there's nothing stating that the first, second, third, and fourth cycle are identical, because if they were identical, there'd be no point. Yes! Okay, cool. I got it now. But then again, there's the problem of how come sometimes the fourth cycle has Lumion as the Abyss Twin, and sometimes the fourth cycle has Ether as the Abyss Twin? That's where I still get tripped up with that. Unless we make the assumption that... I don't know. I think we'll be fine. Great job, Paimon. But yeah, no, when I say separating the twins cycle, I don't mean treating it as separate from all of Tevat cycles. I mean that, like, I was just trying to align all twin-related events to, like, specifically line up with when the 4 civilization cycles start and end. And I didn't find that helpful anymore. That's what I meant. Not that we should separate the twin cycles from Tevats.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like, I should separate, in my brain, I should not link together the Crown Aria cycle with, like, something specific the twins did. It makes more sense to assign it to, like, major disasters like the other ones do. So, ooh, a big beautiful castle. Cute. So in that case... but yeah, again, I'm still tripped up by the Ether Lumion are both canon, but then every account appears to be in that 4th cycle. Because us hearing them say I've been through this journey once before just covers that they remember the 3rd cycle. Cool. But then... yeah, we'll find out. No! Poor little guy.
他人を傷つけることを怖がって母の作ってくれた塔に隠れ、二度と出てこなくなりました。
Hello? Whoa!
今回はそのまま物語の世界に入ったみたいだな。
僕もだよ。祝福の森から来た妖精さんに。
Cat lady who turns into a box.
うん。カサッチも最近彼と会うといつも何か心配事がある様子なのに、何も教えて。
その
Maybe he's worried about some kind of adverse, like, reactions from us editing the story, because, I mean, the Wanderer's... The Balladeer's backstory was saved as a fairy tale, right? So maybe he's just looking at all this being like, ah!
この日、突然とある冒険者の一団がやってきました。彼らは竜の子を助け、運命。竜の子はこの地の中心。
But yeah, now I think I feel pretty good about it, about everything. Thank you. It's just like, yeah, the ether and looming of it all still throws me off. But yeah, fourth cycle, absolutely. Cataclysm being the start of Crown Aria, absolutely. Thank you, Two-Flap. But... Looming and ether. Oh, that's so sad. Thank you, Two-Flap. Also, yeah, you've literally told me... Medi's literally told me the, that Tevat appears to be on its, like, fourth big cycle before. I just completely forgot. Bruh. Connection point. Oh. Okay. There's just so much going on in this game, y'all. Oh, fuck! My Traveler's the wrong element. Bruh! That's so embarrassing! I don't even know if I have to find- oh no, I do. It is a quest objective. Okay. So... single tap Q?
The way your ears twitch scratches my brain so nice.
Aw, thank you! It is definitely one of my favorite parts of the model, too. Oh my god, are they dead? We can't just kill people from Simalanka. Or like from anywhere, but okay, no, they're okay. Hello. How are you? Oh, thank you. Connection point here? No. Connection point there? No. Connection point there. A llama?
なくなってるみたいだぞ。
塔に向かって突き進むか、一旦降りて助けに行くか。
Obviously plunge into the shadows to rescue those in need. Are you fucking crazy? Bomb.
とここ。
Hello.
お前ら、空飛ぶ精霊さ
Aww. We are here to help the dragon break his curse.
他にもいたなんてね。ニーロ。私はモモンガの妖精だよ。
Flying squirrel fairy.
誰のこと？私は
確かにそうだね。
And catbox lady!
新しい敵。箱だな。オイラたちのシムランカでの冒険も。
そうだね。モモンガの妖精さん。
城壁の影には竜の子
Manifestations of the dragon's loneliness.
彼女たちは
Oof.
目の前にある炎の光から
この影のせいで私たちは前に進めないの。炎の光がもっとあればいいのに。
僕が君たちが必要としてる炎を持ってるからかも。この物語を保管したらみんなに出会う前、僕は自分には永遠に友達なんてできないと思い今度は僕がその奇跡になるよ。
He's so sweet.
けどあなたたちも竜の子の呪いを解きに来たってこと。
うん。
In the castle, I climb. Oh. No? Hello? What did I do? What did I do wrong? Ah. I climb? Okay. Okay, we're back here. T.
あの望遠鏡、積み木が足りないみたいだな。
さっき手に入れた積み木を試し
Yeah? We're still missing one though, aren't we? No? Okay. Oh. Oh! I see. Yes. Oh, they're like trampolines. That's so cute. Hello. Oh, that's so sad.
孤独と恐怖によって作り上げられた心の檻が
そんなことないぞ。来ないで。
そして竜
そんな。
ねえ、もしまだ僕の声が聞こえるのなら、爪も牙も鱗も逃れられない。嘘だと思うだろうね。でも今回は違うんだ。君の
本当？ちびりゅうちゃん、私はモモンガの妖精だよ。私はキリンの国王よ。私はただの箱の
I'm just a cat in a box. I'm so sad I miss Simulanka. Damn.
君
They are your friends.
だから
しばらくの沈黙の後、
Thank you,
塔
Kirera.
の影は重い足音を響かせました。心の檻から出てもなお、
こんな姿じゃ友達には大丈夫。みんなで運命の女神。
Also, can I just say though that it's absolutely buck wild that
Give me
the
more permanent playable events or give me death.
literally. But yeah, also, can I just say it is absolutely buck fucking wild that the era that the civilization cycle named Crown Aria begins with the destruction of Conria. That's wild. Randomly had that thought.
その時
Make a wish to the goddess of fate.
魔法
お
使いが降臨しました。
The Merry Witch.
心配しないで。みんなの祝福があれば、ちびりゅうちゃんの願いもきっと叶うから。
アリス？
そう、私は愉快な魔法
Creator goddess of this
この
realm.
地の
Yeah.
創造主でもあるのよ。そして物語の魔法使い
There's a moth in my room. I don't like that.
約束を果たすために 私の知ってるこの魔法を使えば彼女は世界を作れるわ。その前に物語の魔法使いの代わりに確認させて。僕はやっぱりみんなと友達になりたい。みんな祝福してくれる？
You sound so depressed.
もっと早く終わらせてもよかった。しかしその時の彼らは
またなんか言い始めたぞ。ヒントが。
試練。みんなの世界に来てからシムランカではなかった悩みや、でもそんな試練がなければ。
そう来なくっちゃな。
うん、みんなありがとう。
勇敢な冒険者パーティーの面々は竜の子の話に耳を傾けました。彼らは彼のために呪いを解くと決心し、数々の困難を乗り越えました。そして竜の子に祝福を捧げ、運命の女神に願いました。やがてついに願いは聞き届けられました。
Shaking off his scales. Oh.
竜の子は悪竜の鱗を脱ぎ、薄暗い塔を抜け出すことができたのです。しかしこの地を離れ新たな世界に踏み出した時、彼は祝福が贈り物であると同時に試練でもあったことを理解するでしょう。運命のいたずらは
The tricks of fate had just begun. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's ominous as fuck.
前みたいに願いを。
これがお母さんが書いた。
確かにインク使い切らないで済んだな。あいつの方から連絡して。
お母さんが書いた最後の物語も
なんだか名残惜しそうだな。
シムランカで生活してた頃、
They only talk to characters from Sumeru, Inazuma, and Fontaine.
物語を聞いているみたいだった。
ルリン、そうだぞ。そういえばずっと走り回ってたからか、ルリンのお母さんの思いも果たせたし。
綺麗な巨竜に会えなかったのはちょっと残念だったな。
Ooh, he has a crush.
そうだね。
友達としてお祝いし。
人間社会のルール。
ほら、ルリンも
Oh! Oh! They're both so shy!
まだその時じゃないか。
Oh my god, that's adorable! They both just want friends so bad.
The Balin hiding behind
That's
Vesi's leg.
so fucking cute! And hilarious, but also very cute. Also, yeah. I think that honestly... Also, yeah, now that I've kind of settled a lot of the confusion, thank you again. I think a lot of it is honestly just that there are so many different things called cycles. There's the big Tevat cycles, there's the civilization cycles, there's individual samsaras, there's, you know what I mean? There's individual closed time loops that are cyclical. It's like, there's so many, they're overlapping, and I guess like my brain kept trying to organize them to not like lay over each other and be contained within one another, but that's just not happening. That's just not happening. But yeah, now that I have that out of the way, I'll probably want to go back and review all my stuff just to make sure to check for any places where that misconception or like that like fucking headcanon like affected my understanding of things.
ここはお酒禁止。英雄騎士のお姉ちゃんとチビドリンのお兄ちゃん。
Keep it in. Oh, this part.
食べながら話すぜ。やったー。
すみません。ちょっとお聞きしたいんですが。
そんなこと言わないでよ。ドリンお兄ちゃんは 雪山の悪竜じゃないもん。マージョリーはデュリンを初めて見たのか？
いや、ドゥリンに初めて会ったとしても、話としては知ってるはず。
Rumors spread fast in Mondstadt.
みんな
The Gen Z stare.
雪山の悪竜とは
頭に竜の
まさかみんなドゥリンのことを忘れたのか？
そんな。
Uh-oh. Why is he Kubrick staring? Uh-oh! Uh-oh! What's that? What's that? Brother, brother, chill, 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 chill!
まだ
気をつけろ。
Oh, he's in danger of fulfilling the old fate. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Barbara attends to Durin and settles him in a guest room. Does Barbara remember him?
バーバラにも見てもらったわ。大したしばらく休まないと。何があった？
簡単に言うと、ドゥリン
Aside from Durin's close acquaintances, okay. So the important people remember him. Okay.
よりも重大なのは彼の
アビスの力を抑えられなくなったドゥリンは。
確かに
そうだな。ある。それからこの本は私が保管する。
Alrighty. I mean, definitely. We fucked something up, bro. We fucked something up. Ew, no.
命に別状はないわ。
クレイはドゥリンと遊びに行くのを楽し
Yeah.
みにしてたんだがな。
彼が目を覚ましたら。
Where's Clee? Where's Clee? Are we able to talk to Clee, or is she not out here? Oh, she's so worried about her brother, though. I mean, I imagine if she's anywhere, she's back at the headquarters. Oh, maybe she's in Jean's office with the book. Maybe. I don't know. If I do get to talk to her, I do want to try. Nope, not at the cat's tail. Jean's office? No. Ah. Well, rip in peace, Clee. Also, hello, Noel's sword. Well. That sucked. What the fuck did we do that made most people forget him? I guess it's... Oh, well, we do know that that Big Durin, when he was fighting Dvalin, he thought that they were playing a game. So maybe just giving Durin... Maybe Durin, like, from his POV, accepting friendship isn't enough. You know? Maybe there's, like, another step we gotta do. Okay. Chat... how are we feeling? Varka or Temple of Space?
Husband.
Husband, I figured. I don't even know why I asked. Alrighty. You letter. Hey, long time no see, my friend. What's that? You say we met just recently. For a heart that always misses its friend,
May I
every
make a
second feels like
request
an
before you
eternity.
start?
Yes, you may. I am looking for an old friend to talk to. Do you happen to need a bard who can turn your tales to verse? Come and catch up with me at Star Snatch Cliff. All right, Venti. Thank you for having your wind stalk me. It is always entertaining.
Can you go to the Imagination Theater, talk to Wolfie, and ask him why wolves?
Ooh. Sure. Why wolves? Time for some Boreas shit.
This is super cool lore, I promise.
Why not wolves? Many a tale has wolves in it, and even the compendium, personally burned by Madame Mage, had a wolf character. It is said that the Boar tribe were once all wild boars, but the boars did bad. It is said that the Boar tribe were once all wild boars, but the boars did bad things, so the master wanted to punish them. The master took out a rusted set of scales and told the boars to stack their own things on both sides. If the tail skipped to one side, they could leave. So the nod cry wolves, but the scales were so rusty that putting just a small amount of weight was not enough to move them. Those boars who placed their heads on the scales became wolves, lizards, and snakes, leaving only their strength. Those who offered their muscles became rabbits, sleeping 3 pace— What the fuck? Oh! Sealies. Oh, right, because of Nicole saying you got to keep your wisdom or your power. Wolves, lizards, and snakes, leaving only their strength. Those who offered their muscles became rabbits, leaving 3 places to abound, instinctively guiding people to treasure. There was one boar who placed things evenly on either side until the rest of the scale broke right down the middle. Nicole! So she became a mute person, for she placed her voice on the scales as well. She's also a friend of Madame Mage. Ooh, okay. Wait, so then they became... Wait, so are some of
Boar
the...
Princess is probably about angels.
Yeah. So are some of the animals around Tevat and they used to be angels? Is that what that's saying?
And wolves are also probably angels.
Oh! Oh! Because it said, hey, get back here. Get back here. Can I? No. They became wolves, lizards, and snakes. Wolves, lizards, and snakes. Wolves, Visheps, and... I mean, surely it's not all the lizards and all the snakes. Do we even really see snakes? We see ruined serpent. Wait, no, we see them in Sumeru. We see them in Sumeru. Ooh. Freaky. Very freaky. Wolves, serpents, and snakes.
But that might be related to why wolves are the chosen form for rift wolves.
Mm-hmm. And then also, I will say it is also interesting because, yeah, we know that Boreas had a relationship with the first angel. And so maybe that implies things about the other gods that were... Hang on, it was... Hang on, let me...
Oh snake. Orobashi.
Yeah. Wait, was Orobashi an angel? Because he lists...
Orobashi was a moon envoy maybe.
Oh, okay. Wolves, lizards, snakes, and rabbits. But no mention of, like, birds or anything? Because, I mean, the Ibis King, right? Thoth. No mention of that guy. But also, I mean, they weren't boars either, so... But yeah, I guess that a lot of the animal-esque gods were once Sealies. who gave up their wisdom in order to keep their strength. Okay. Interesting. I thought they all turned into Sealies, but no, some of them chose not to. And yeah, again, very interesting that they technically gave them like a choice. Because Wolfie very specifically says, like, yeah, they placed their heads on the scale, or they placed their strength, their muscles on the scale, right? Except for Nicole, who does what she wants. Oh, Venti? Venti? You're kidding me. Okay. Ah, I see. 200 meters away. Thanks, Venti. Wouldn't gliding be faster? Wouldn't glide... Hey guys, Steve. Don't you think it would be matter? Don't you think it would be matter? Don't you think it would be?
おかえり友よ。さて、君をなんて呼ぼうか。もう
ナドくらいでの冒険はついこの間の
風は伝書鳩よりも
Horse's mouth. So maybe he's wanting to hear what's changed in this cycle, maybe. Ooh! Wait. What if both twins have to go through the journey before the cycle restarts? No, that makes no sense. Anyway.
オイラたちその後は博士との戦いで
さあ、それはよかった。北方のもうずいぶん会ってないし、物語。
そうそう。オイラも前から気に。
Half asleep?
半分寝てて、半分起きてたって感じかな。
Just beefing with a ruin guard.
僕は旋風の神殿で気持ち若い騎士が酒場で聞いた逸話や伝説に惹かれて試練と信託を求めてやってきたんだ。まあ出迎えたのは苔むした石の壁と遺跡守衛の猛攻だったけど。
Oh.
でも若者はまるで
Well, we know from the space and time quest that, you know, there was a Lumine holding the hibernation keys, and then there was a Lumine in the hibernation chamber. There was an ether that was changing the ley lines, and there was an ether that was watching Conria get destroyed. And that was described as kind of like higher dimensions of reality, like different dimensions of reality overlapping each other. So maybe both versions are happening at the same quote-unquote time in some capacity, but in different spaces, which is the inverse of, yeah, same time, same time, different spaces, whereas in Space and Time for you, it was different time, same space. Eh?
寝てるお前を起こしちゃう。
Oh, that's Lohan. That's what he sounds like in Japanese. Not what I expected.
あんな感じかな。
It sounded like that. Thanks, Fenty. Hello, Lohan.
もうゴーさんか。
若いセピロス騎士が土に汚れ、旋風の神殿を訪れるなんて。
緑の服の銀融詩人。はあ、ちょうど探してたんだ。
銀融野郎？でも、なんで旋風
My
の神殿
bloodthirsty
に来たの？
psychopath hello.
金髪に白髪ってことは、お前ら。俺はセピロス騎士団遠征軍所属。第五小隊副隊長のローエンだ。
おお、遠征軍の騎士なのか。
一人で戦うのに慣れて
And the
る
wild
な。
hunt still running rampant.
ワイルドハントが
Yeah,
モンドに
okay.
出てきたこ-
Man, Varka just cut him loose.
モンドに戻ることになったんだ。
博士と戦ってた時にお前がいなかったのは。
手紙を届けるため。
Deliver some letters! Oh,
騎士
man.
団にセピロス教会。それから暁ワイナリーにな。
はあ、あいつ、これで何回目だ？
Right?
かに次の
Or just ask Venti.
あだ名で呼んでやる。手紙やろうってな。
Thanks, Paimon.
詩と手紙、そう考えると銀融野郎も
そんな
旋風の神殿までわざわざ探しに来たってことは、
ああ、大団長がこう言っててな。
この手紙を緑の服を着た銀融詩人に渡してくれ。
These days, I think he goes by Venti. Interesting.
モンド城で聞き込みするか。
ここにはサンドバッグじゃなくて遺跡。
Uh-huh. Yeah, man, that's so dark and twisted and fucked up of you. Where's your dark and fucked up hamburger helper, my guy?
ああ、それと
Ooh, serious face from Venti.
友達のたわいもない話だよ。
Uh-huh.
他にも手紙があるって言ってたし、
もともとそのつもりだ。
じゃあモンド城の栄誉騎士として帰郷。
そうだな。
そいつは助かる。
Alright. Little weird, but okay.
アビス、
Andreas. Hmm.
なんだ？まさか執務室に隠してたへそくりが見つかった。大団長。
Interesting that they use the word cash here.
所詮取るに足らない残党だ。はい、この遠征もいよいよ終わりが見えてきた。凱旋するぞ。
Yeah! Okay, trial time? Oh, okay. Ooh! Wolf? Oh, that's Wolf's gravestone. Da. I was like, fancy wolf sigil! It's because we're using the fancy wolf. Am I supposed to hold E there? Or something? No, hold E is the jumpy one. Yeah.
ただ純粋な破壊衝動だけが残る。
残りのワイルドハントがこの程度ま。
となると、いや、大団長、ライトキーパーからの情報と偵察の報告。よし。
Okay.
あとのことはいつも通り俺。はっ、大団長。
Boreas?
また会えたな。
Oh, Andreas. Okay. Hello. So you just casually have these meetings. Hello? Actually, hang on. I'm gonna be stupid. I'm gonna be real. I got confused about the Andreas Boreas thing still. Andreas is Boreas' shadow. Right. Right. Okay.
1000年前の残響か。
He's so tiny. Interesting that a part of Andreas is all the way out and not cry. Also. But I mean, I guess he's a spirit, so he can go wherever he wants.
ここまでは順調だな。俺の思い過ごしだといいが、残り2箇所も。
I don't know, bro. I normally when a wolf spirit starts following me around, I assume that something big's gonna. Hello, welcome in, Delta. It's your turn, my friend. Oh yeah, you just casually commanding the shadow of the wolf of the north. Yeah, okay. Huh?
だが故郷に戻るとなるとアンドリアスって名前は目立たないか？そうだな。オレアス。
What?
不公平、不正、不義。
Hello?
地上の世界は今もなお醜いままなのか。
So...
答えよ。
Oh! Oh, hello, hello, hello,
What's
hello,
up?
hello, 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 this guy apparently. What's up with you? What the fuck is that? Why is he Fred? I mean, Bloodstained Knight something something, but like,
Deja vu about it?
それから日々の鍛錬をサボるなよ。あと個別で手紙を書いた。読んだら返事を忘れないように。
とまあ
all of his kids.
そんなの文があるの。きっと大団長はまだ正式な騎士。ジン？
そうだな。
ところで騎兵隊長はどこ行ったんだ？
ゴンよ。確かただ情報
あは
酒を飲みに行くの。半々。
なんか知り合いに会えそうだな。
Alrighty.
そいつは助かる。
ご苦労だった。
Now he can go back into the wilderness and start stabbing shit.
ああでも休憩はいい。最近またボレアスの試練を通過。
そうか。だがあそこの狼たちに。
Please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
分かってるよ。
じゃあな。
Does he sometimes start fighting them? I keep forgetting that Mika looks like that. Oh, I wanted to talk to all of them. Oh, hello.
ファルカ大団長。
I would love to help you out with your special training. Okay, so that's Noelle. You,
私の腕前が落ちていないか。
ooh.
君はね。
Eula will be getting her vengeance on Mr. Varka. Okay, you have that to look forward to.
資料室には大団長のチェックを。そういえばかわい。
Yeah, that's unfortunately not going to be happening. Lisa, I appreciate your faith in him, though. Varka arriving will make her job more difficult, I fear. Oh! Hello?
大団長の手紙によると。
Clay, he lights the bombs! I love coming back to Mondstadt! Oh wait, did I just talk to both of them? I did, okay. It's still really funny that he just sends random people to deliver his mail.
They all care about him so
They
much.
do!
まだ出発し。ああ、君たちとローエンの話を聞く限り、平成軍は
That's fine.
確かに当初の目的を果たし、ワイルドハントも博士も。だがどういうわけか。
俺がもし今回の遠征から帰れな、それと俺の代わりにモンドにはいい種があるが、人との付き合い方を学べてない奴もいれば、ん？そう眉間にしわ。俺が帰るまでみんなの。
Interesting to find out that that's the context of his, like, letters describing everyone. Along with his wolf companion. Okay.
伝承も名も残さずにモンドから姿を消した。しかし彼の半ば
Ravenwood.
レイブンウッドは旧貴族が反撃を試みたとき、またも
狼の魂。
ああ、君たちもすでに知っているかもしれないが、
Oh! Andreas is old Boreas, not the other way around. Okay. Between him and humanity. He set off from the royal court of Vasily. Yo! Calamity born in the north was the Wild Hunt. Oh, he was worried that it was Andreas or some shit. Okay. Now we get to go see Kaya and Betty and Rosaria! Who I all feel very normal about. Or all of whom I feel very normal about. Fuck! God, I hate that poster.
暑い日にカクテルを作るなら、まず冷水を注いだ後に氷を入れ、そして水を切ってから作りは。
What?
10年前から知っているわ。
二人とも店に他の客がいないとはいえ、情報交換をする。
Yeah, that sounds so confidential, D. Luke.
どうやら。
Oh, D. Luke is not a fan of Paimon. Noted. I wonder why.
俺が出発前に尋ねた件についてもう聞き飽きているかもしれない。
その反応。
あの人、ま、あの件？
大したことじゃない。遠征軍が出発する前に。
I failed to avoid him.
騎士団へ戻る気はないかと聞かれて。それ以外の因縁については。
だが当時のお前はなかなか吹っ切れなかった。
And the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds. Ooh! I've had a lot of time to reflect since then. Yeah, a murder rampage will do that. Too upright and honorable.
相変わらずだな。まあ前半は否定しないが。
組織に属する以上、いくら。へ
え。騎士団の規則はとも。
いい質問ね。それが。
Interesting. Not gonna lie. I kind of forgot that she like chose between them as opposed to Varka just being like, here you go! Oh, this is definitely exactly what Varka was hoping for. Hello, hello, Grumpy.
いつも通り簡潔に済ませる。
さて、大脱城内の治安に郊外の魔物の動向。
A review of the latest vintages, I'm sure. Is Rosaria outside? No, she's upstairs.
あの古だぬきからの手紙を届けてもらったのに。気にすんなって。そうじゃないわ。ファルカは私やガイアみたいなタイプとは違って純粋な正義を抱く者ほどその出来事が
It happened to the Knight of Boreas? Oh.
あら、誰も君たちに話したことがなかったの。北風騎士。
The previous Knight of Boreas?
私もファルカが酒を飲みながら自慢話して。
500 years ago. Oh.
北風騎士は人間と狼の架け橋と呼ばれているけど、有名なのは
Yeah, Rostam. Okay. Earn the respect of Boreas before gaining the title. Right. Rolf. Bloodstained Chivalry Knight, yeah. Roland. His original title was White Knight. Well... Oh, he was Rostam's student. Man, was everyone in love with Rostam? God damn. That is 3 separate individuals in Mondstadt's history that were driven insane by him dying. Rosalind, Roland, and Arundel. Damn! Kaya had game in his past life. Okay. Yeah, finding out that Nod Cry and Mondstadt are so connected is really interesting. Especially considering the distance there. But I mean, stranger things have happened. And you know, I do recall Boreas just being like, yeah, those motherfuckers need help. Those bitches in the south don't know what they're doing.
Sphere, IG they go the other way.
True. Wait, I totally forgot about that. Yeah. Do we?
I also routinely forget it.
Because we see it from the moon. So... that makes Dorman Port make a lot more sense. LOL. Huh. Thank you for reminding me. Oh! The fuck, 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 the fuck. Ew. What the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck? Stay alert, girl! Kaya, D-Luke, and Rosaria. Welcome back from ads. Apparently the Wild Hunt is straight up here now. Cause, yeah, okay. You saying you passed the test? So I guess that's what Boreas was heading down to help. Did Boreas bring some stuff back with him and we woke the stuff up? Or some shit? I will also say blue Boreas, red Andreas does remind me of blue and red Kuvaki. Oh. Followed my trail across the ley lines. Whoa. He's a lot nicer now, I'll say that. A remnant of the god
Followed your trail.
Lies in the north. It's the part of me that remains in Nod Cry. Okay. 2 places. Oh, wait.
魂の一部を何かに宿らせることは魔人にとってそう難しいことじゃないけど
Duplicate partitions? Duplicate partitions, you say? Could that be an answer to the looming ether confusion that I've been having? Could the twins have partitioned themselves for some other reason, and that's what's resulted in both of them going on individual journeys? Huh. Like, I mean, because, you know, that could... Obviously, I think that the 8th Dragon Lord and Anefa are meant to parallel Phanes and Paimon, but... Like... Let's say, I don't know, let's say twins journey together, get to the end of the first cycle, yeah, decide to... And, you know, they kind of... Ooh... And they kind of go through as gods, and then they decide that they need to go through Teyvat not as gods, and the best way to do that is to... Hang on, let me look at the Gnostic, or the Battle Pass cutscene. There was a glorious kingdom established among the heavens. From that kingdom came the crowned heir, tasked with seeking out the Genesis Pearl from the Kingdom of Darkness. The first crowned heir began her journey of seeking the pearl, but she was deceived. The memory of her noble origins faded. Oh wait, no, actually, that's probably telling us the story of the first cycle, isn't it? Huh. Genesis Pearl from the Abyss. Seeking out something from the... Do we know what the Genesis Pearl is? By the way. Like, it's the truth of this world. They were sent to seek the truth of this world from the Abyss. Or from the Eclipse Dynasty, Kingdom of Darkness. So... Oh! What if Conria got on somebody's radar? They sent Looming down to scout what was going on. Something went wrong. She lost her memory. And then... Yeah! Ooh! And then the Conrians see it as the heavens answering. Right, because we see with Surumi Island that what a lot of the time what people see as like the Thunderbird was just following storms. It wasn't making the storms, it was just following them, right? But the people saw it as the Thunderbird brings the storms and brings them away, answering their prayers. What if something similar happened with the twin? What if the Conrians doing their summoning ritual, like, got the attention of Celestia, and then so they sent one of the twins down to go check it out, and they were like, this answers our prayers. Bonk! There goes your memories. Ooh. Ooh. Because, yeah, from that kingdom came a crowned heir. So... So yeah, I guess that the best way to explain the cycles is like time travel. The big Teyvat cycle is like much more of time travel TM with this idea, right? The first cycle just entailed Twin goes to Conria, gets shit fucked up. You get sent down also, and then it doesn't go right, try again. Doesn't go right, try again. Doesn't go right, try again. You know? And then, so then what causes the twins to swap roles? I mean, maybe they're just like, well, last time we sent down Lumine, maybe Ether will be better at this because... Maybe Ether will be better at this because he did the journey from the Traveler's POV and then he goes down to Conria and gets his memory erased again. Anyway, you know. I forgot about the fucking Battle Pass thing. Yeah, from that kingdom came a crowned heir tasked with seeking out the truth of this world from the kingdom of darkness. I think that is referring to Conria now. I assumed it just meant the Abyss, but yeah. Hang on, I'm scrolling through the wiki. Yeah. And then yeah, we also see wait, because in the Gnostic Hymn trailer, hang on. In the Gnostic Hymn trailer, we see a snake at some point, don't we? Yeah, so Celestia. That's, I assume, the Heavenly Principles, and then Lumine. Interesting that, I guess, Fanes looks like that. And then, yeah, that's a snake. Is that Vedfonir? Interesting that one's purple, one's red. And then, or, no. That's King Ermin, I think. I think that's King Ermin. I don't have audio on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's meant to be King Ermin. Or maybe King Ermin and Vedfonir. Wait, no, Vedfonir had two eyes most of the time, didn't he? Hang on. Because King Ermin had one eye. Which eye was he missing? But which eye do we know? We know that most people cover the right side of their face, so a lot of people think that he only had his left eye. And in that case, that makes the red... That could mean that the red eye on this serpent represents... Ooh. This serpent could represent both, couldn't it? This one could represent Vedfonir, and this one could represent Ermin. Erwin Smith! Ermin. Right? And then... Yeah, Ether. So... Huh! Okay. So yeah, what do we think about that, chat? I feel pretty good about that. And it makes sense that Venti would be the one to tell us about, like, how the first cycle went down, wouldn't it? Because he is that guy. Is there anything else that Venti tells us? Or that we can learn? I don't know. I'll keep an eye out for that. Okay.
軍狼の領主アンドリアスは
Right, but yeah. Duplicate.
魂の残り火が今日まで存在し続けることはなかった。金融野郎。これも
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here.
どうやらここでこの銀融詩人の僕が代わりに凍てつく荒野をさまよう王老が偶然にも洗礼の広間に迷い込んだ。暁の星のように優しい歌声に見せ、高騰が崩れ、烈風が静まり、かつて嵐と共に狩りを行った王老は、
Was the shelter he provided for humanity different from any given by the reclusive king in his tower? He returned to the frozen north.
500の冬、そして500の冬のように厳しい春が巡り、かつて狼が洗礼の広間に
So Roland is the one that
騎士は狼を誘い、
Yeah.
帰路につき、記憶の中で
split his soul into two halves and left his home.
氷雪が溶け、笑い声と歌声が王実の鎮鬱な大都市を風のように抜けていく。人が望んでいたのはこんな世界だったのか。
It's probably also important to look at the differences between the 8th Dragon Lord and Ineffa, and then between Columbina and Lonatar, right? Because Fanes to Paimon is probably closer to 8th Lord Dragon Lord. Bina, Lonatar. Yeah, hang on. I have a lot of half thoughts swinging around again. This is the world humans dreamed of. Ice and snow gave way to verdant plains, laughter and song now filled the one somber city. Lupus Boreas turned to his friend Barbados and remarked, so this is the world humans dreamed of. Okay. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Oh, Night 1,000. Okay, so that's not Roland. Okay, so 2,000 years ago. No, yeah, so 2,000 years ago, he showed up, then let Venti become the Archon. 1,000 years later, the original Knight of Boreas showed up and brought half of him back to Mondstadt. Okay, cool. Andreas has not found peace in his heart.
だが、俺たちがナドくらいで北風の痕跡を調べたとき、アンドリアスはあの湖畔で深い地脈の彼方より。
Scent that reeks of blood?
少なくとも我の記憶では、その寿命は常人とか汝らが古国と呼ぶち。
詳しい状況を知るには、君たち自身がナドくらいにちょうど僕たちのもう一人の古い友人がモンドにまで影響が及んでるってことは
ファルカ。
ただその友達は一度に大勢を乗せるとスピードが落ちちゃう。
One person with a diminutive companion. All right.
ナドくらいのことはさ、モンドを脅かすワイルドハントは
俺もモンド残る。
レーザー、汝の鉄の爪を。
Is he getting an upgrade? Ooh. He's giving it to us? Okay, I was gonna say, did he just make us a claymore wielder? It is a wolf spirit. Okay.
人の心臓と死体では狼の魂ゆえに魂の混濁を避けるためだがあの騎士に欠けておるのは力ではない。
He needs more is my thoughts.
ここに込められた死ね国風の王老はそれほど脆くない。
俺ルピカ。
準備ができたら。
Oof. But yeah. Okay, so very powerful gods can split themselves in half. Okay. And yeah, now I think that... Yeah, now I think that Fanes sent Lumine down to check shit out in Conria, figure out what the fuck was going on. But then the Conrians were like, oh my god, they answered our prayers! Yay! And then maybe in future cycles, Asmodee's the one that brings them down, or maybe in the original cycle, it was through the use of, you know, space delivery that they were sent down.
軍狼の領主にして北風の魔人アンドリ彼は吹雪を越えてナドクライより訪れ竜巻の魔人と統治
Oh, so he went down specifically to fight Decorabian.
へ戻り1000年の眠りにつきやがて狼の魂の形を保てなくなるとボレアスはそれじゃあ出発の前に500年前歴代最強
He was too pure of heart.
固く信じ残念ながら彼の死である幼い狼王老の感じ取った血染めの気配がそれじゃあ出発の前に狼の魂は氷のように強靭で
Andres is a master of molding and shaping it.
形作る名手だったけど人の心臓と四肢では魔人の魂を受け止めることはできない
Oh, wolves can contain the soul of a god though, because they were angels. Aha!
古い詩にもこうあるただの鉄の武器が人と狼の絆によって仁義となった口では人間を受け入れないとかそれじゃあ出発の前に
Alright.
頼むよトワリン
Hey, buddy! Thank you, Devalin. Jump, Paimon. Whoa. Farka!
陣形を崩すな。奴らの攻撃もそろそろ息切れのはずだ。団長。
Whoa! Ooh, Dendro.
やっと援軍の到着か。ぼちぼちってとこだ。ザゴはほとんど片付けた。戦うか撤退するか。さあ、どっちを。やはり急ごしらえのワイルドハントなど。
Is that Roland? And Andreas? Oh, it is Roland. Okay. In the name of the Bloodstained Knight. Hmm. Roland taking the form of Andreas is very interesting. Leading the Wild Hunt? Huh?
そう焦んな。あいつとは一度やり合ってる。
What the fuck?
正体については分析中だ。殺すことは不可能じゃない。ただ厄介なのは。いや、さっきのやりとりから感じ取った限り。だがレリルと比べて。
Understanding of how to exploit Notcry to his advantage, including Andres' remnant soul. But hurting Andreas? Yeah.
今、俺が切り落とした部分をアルベドとドゥリンが分析中だ。タグ、遠征軍が。
Man, this man cannot catch a break. Oh, hey, Hoda. Okay. Okay. So this has nothing to do with that. The moon will protect you all. Aw, thank you. Okay. Good to know. Thank you, NFO. Child labor, child labor, everyone's favorite, except for Clee, because she doesn't know what that is.
ご明察の通りです。僕は皆さんと面識が
Alrighty.
栄養機アルベドとドゥリンの分析もそろそろよし。
We update Vark on the situation in Mondstadt, explain the relationship between the God of the North and the Bloodstained Knight.
と状況はだいたいこんな感じだ。
And reborn from the
先
ashes.
月のこと非分の館からの情報によると、月の海流
現状を整理しますと、今ワイルドハントを率いているのは
正確には
The external will that seized control of Andreas' spirit. Yeah, okay.
待ってくれ。あたいまだ話についてけ。なんで急に1000年前の魔人とそれから今のワイルドハントにつながるんだよ。
Yehoda, you're so valid for that.
僕たちが説明しよう。
Oh, thank you, Almeida. Compensation mechanisms.
体の機能が片方の腎臓が傷ついた時、
Okay.
もう片方のワイルドハントも頭を失った後、アビスはこの時代に最も適した新たな頭を地脈を流れる記憶
The Abyss harnessed memories that flowed through the ley lines, and they based it off of Roland. So it's just an Abyss imitation of Roland. Okay.
他人に化けだからアビスはローランドと北風のつながりを
影はアームスバルトニルコの近く
The replica took control of Andreas.
支配したけどなぜアビスがローランドを選び
テイバットを放浪してた時にナドクライやアビスと何か因縁でもあったんじゃないか。
ここまでは理解できたけど、
死んだ魔人は生きてこの遠征で得た情報なんだが、魔人が死に際に放つ力は天変地異にも等しい災害を引き起こす。魔人の死後に残る怨念はさらなる災禍をもたらすんだ。魔人の残滓が一度
The gods are radioactive.
っても消えやしない。この地は今ワイルドハントのせいでボロボロだ。
質問します。私のデータベースにはナタにおいて魔人の抗体は状態
Well, those aren't gods, they're human.
とどまるもう一柱の北風の魔人
And he dissolved himself into ley lines, which is different.
栄養騎士
Oh my god, that sword is the same size as her.
さあ、ボレアス。
この身の寿命は尽きた。
Oh?
我が魂はしばし静寂に包まれ、力はここの地脈へ何も憂う必要はない。眠る前の願いだ。
Oh.
Mm-hmm. お前にも見えるのか。すごい感知力だな。さすがだ。
あ。
とにかく
Why do you look at me like that?
これがボレアスが地脈に溶け込む前の最後の思い。ボレアスは最後に選択を下し、
それがアンドリアスが数千年前から
あ、そして俺たちがこれからやるべきアビスの侵食で支配された魔人を解放し、
Okay.
もう一度同じ選択をさせるんだ。
なるほど。
Thinking thoughts in the mind of a god. And of his own. Yeah, I mean, it is his own mind.
言うのは簡単。この剣に込められた思いをもっと熱く。
ボレアスは今モンドの地脈を侵食する。ただ初代北風騎士と共にそれら破片を集めることで、
つまり初代北風騎士と旅をしたの。
その心配はいらないぜ。大半はもうこの剣の中にある。ああ。だワイルドハントやアビスだけじゃなく、
今の話を聞く限り
そりゃ買いかぶりすぎだ。ある友人たちのおかげで運命。ただまあ予見できたのは、それ以外は全て憶測と万一のための備え。ああ、 ここからが本題だ。この剣に宿る思いをさらに強めるには、
Mm-hmm.
くらいに散らばった
Wolf spirit fragments. Okay.
の話じゃ、旅に出たばかりの頃が一番などくらいについてすぐ、俺たちはワイルドハントとやり合い、その後は博士と戦っていった。
3
だから最近なって
left to find. Okay.
そのうち一つはローランドが現れる前に回収してある。もう一つも場所を特定。ただ最後の破片だけは今のところ敵はローランドの影だ。北風の歴史をよく知るやつはきっと
モンドから来たってワイルドハントが相手である以上。
カチャカチャクルムかけ工房も。あたい何しに来たんだっけ？契約書にはサインしたけど、でも
ワイルドハントの軍勢、そしてかつて魔人が
ヤボダさんの評価データを更新。
High quality ingredients will be used to prepare your future meals.
俺は特定済みの破片の回収に向かう。何？旅人、一緒に破片の回収。よし、時間は待っちゃくれない。
Okay. I started flaring up and I've taken lots of ibuprofen and it has yet to go down. So I'm gonna go
Oh dear.
lay the fuck down. I was hoping that it would just like go away after I took some more ibuprofen.
Get some rest.
But it did not.
Thanks for vibes.
Yeah, love you too.
Love yat.
But yeah, so still, I guess that also, yeah, I guess the best explanation for, cause yeah, since I've amended it, it's like, it's not that there's no physical changes, it's that physical changes have not resulted in a change in reality. Then I guess that, yeah, the twin swapping places just generally works with that because, again, according to the way that people broadly refer to them, they do seem to be relatively interchangeable, and I guess that that's just, honestly, maybe in a weird way, that's meant to show that, like, there isn't a favorite between them when it comes to each other or when it comes to Fanes, therefore there's not a favorite between them when it comes to Teyvat either. You know, that it could kind of symbolize that, which I think is cute, but something. Yeah, ow, my mouth hurts. Good night.